I've asked this before, Christy, but why do you have the little air puff?
Oh, because it's like sprinting, you know?
That's what I was gonna guess.
But then it's like sprinting, but is that the emoji that people also use for like fart?
I think so.
So I'm like, I think it's funny.
That's a good explanation, and that feels very you. A cute sprinting emoji, but then also something kind of childish. Hello, everybody. Happy New Year. You okay, Sean?
It echoed. I think it's gone.
Yeah, I heard it for a second too, but your reaction was really funny. Like you've never heard an echo before.
Echo. Sorry.
How is everyone's holiday season? Yes, thank you for that. Hopefully no broken bones during this. I see. Oh, yes. Typically those are there. It's just usually the camera is slightly more angled toward, I guess you could say, the chair, but it's shifted slightly because I have my walking pad right next to Sean. So it kind of forced him to scoot to the side.
And I didn't want to move it.
Yes. I love those markers. They're so fun.
Oh, do you do a lot of coloring? Oh, wait, I mean, yeah, you showed us like all the art that you did, of course, duh.
I did go all out when I was like, you know what? Because it's a hobby that Sean and I both think, one, we do like and that we were excited about. So we're both going to get something out of it. So I was like, let's just go ahead and get. And I had a half off coupon because I got them at Michael's. So I think it was half off, 40% or half off, something like that. That's when you gotta get the packs of things is when you have those good coupons. So it was kind of a good deal. Is it morning for you? What time? I'll look out at Ohuhu all day. There's a person that I follow on Instagram, an artist who their understanding of color theory is so good. And I'm also really jealous because they've been using those markers recently and they just make everything look so good. And I'm upset. Hello. Yay for first time. Australia, 10:30. Nice. It is about the time that Sean and I normally eat because we're elderly. So we typically eat around 4:30 in the evening. Hence why Sean is eating. I ate kind of a late lunch though, so Sean,
the question is, why do you guys keep scheduling sprints when you need to eat?
Because it works better for all of you. Because we're on like the very edge of time zones. So otherwise, it's late for everybody else.
Well, when it's this daylight savings time, yeah, it's fine because it's only 6:30 here.
That's okay. But thank you. I had my cat ready to go, but she didn't like me sneezing. Wait, what is this in reference to? Aw, that's cute though about the cat. I got some Tombow, is that what they're called? Tombow markers in today, the mermaid collection. I've been starting my reading bullet journal for 2026. That's so fun. Sean, what are you eating? Would you like to inform the good people?
I'm eating non-fat, plain Greek yogurt with granola and blueberries.
It's a very Sean meal.
I could eat it for every meal.
If he could.
I used to like eat something similar. So like I like that kind of stuff too. Right now, my breakfast every day is okay. I don't know how you guys feel about cottage cheese, but I love cottage cheese. I'm having that with cereal, honey, and chia seeds. And I'm like, ugh. It's so good.
I have seen a number of people online talk about substituting in other stuff for like having cottage cheese be the substitute.
Everyone's like, oh, they don't like cottage cheese because it's like a texture thing. I'm like, yo, I kind of love the texture.
What's the texture? I've seen it, but I've never eaten it.
It's clumpy and gross.
It's clumpy and kind of like I don't know. Okay, I don't know how to describe it in words. I can only use sound effects, but to me, it feels like a yum, 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 yum.
What other foods are yum 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 yum? Nothing.
Tapioca, bubble tea. I would say that's kind of yum, 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 yum.
Okay,
But like,
I've never had it, but that's what I thought when you said that.
but more specifically, like the smaller ones. Yeah, not the two big ones. Those are more chewy, but I think like the smaller ones.
So
We
I'm
gotta
not gonna
get
lie,
into
I haven't
something.
had a ton of cottage cheese, but I don't know, man. I had it when I was younger, and I was like,
You know,
But, you
Sean,
know, your
It's a no
tastes
for me.
change when you get older.
Sean
just
is
visually,
not,
I find it unpleasant.
yeah, you're
I
not a
agree.
picky
It's
eater.
off-putting.
You're not a picky eater, but when there is something that you're not a fan of, you're really like, you don't like pasta salad.
Oh, no, pasta should be hot.
Also, acknowledging this, you flew through Legacy of Brightwash. Good for you. Tapioca is a great comp. Cottage cheese with toppings is sneaky good, but kind of rough, plain, hot.
Oh yeah, I can't eat it plain. Plain is weird.
Sarah, what were you saying a second ago? I'm sorry, I think I interrupted you.
Oh, just that cottage cheese is off-putting to me.
Just hating on
What does everyone think? Pop off, chat, about cottage cheese.
So I think my dad, I think he's done this. He's been guilty of like putting like chocolate chips in cottage cheese. I was like, oh, like why? Why would you do that?
What is
I
the
did that.
Chocolate
flavor?
chips.
It tastes like nothing. It's literally
Okay.
nothing. I mean, which is not much different than eating plain Greek yogurt. Just
That's true.
different kind of texture.
I feel like Greek yogurt has a taste though, and I don't like it.
So
Wow, shots fired. Okay,
I
well,
kind of
now I
like
know how
it.
it feels.
I like it in smoothies because I feel like the flavor, because I think it has a flavor too, and I don't love the flavor, but I think it works well in a smoothie.
Mhm.
Sarah, do you have a response to that?
I've never tried it in a smoothie, so
I mean,
He's
people
like,
do
"No."
that too. It's like they blend cottage cheese so it gets rid of that texture, and you add it to like pasta or something, and it's just like, boosting your protein without really doing anything.
Did you
Yeah.
say put cottage cheese with pasta? Hot or
Blend
cold?
blend it so it's like smooth.
Is this a hot pasta dish or a cold
Yes,
pasta
yes,
dish?
it's hot. It's not
Okay,
pasta.
I could eat that. I could eat that.
Sean likes pineapple on pizza.
Yeah. Lots of people do.
Did you hear me say that before you read this?
Yes. Sorry.
Okay, so your reaction was like, why are these shots being fired right now? I like how our very first sprint of the year is starting with just a food conversation. Cottage cheese is a very high protein source and great for weight loss while maintaining muscle. Yeah. I'm a very picky eater, so I feel like I have no skin in this game. I don't like most things. Ham and pineapple slaps. Uh-oh, we're gonna get into the pizza chat.
That's
Pineapple and pizza is
Hawaiian
amazing.
pizza.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's called Hawaiian pizza, but apparently it's a Canadian invention.
Really?
Thank you. Thank you,
I've
Christy.
come around to pineapple on pizza, but I don't like ham.
I don't like pineapple or ham in general. So
Do you like anything, Sarah?
I do. I like a lot of things.
Just name some things you like so we can dunk on them too.
No, I don't want to now.
Talking about, I think I've mentioned this before since Sean mentioned his dad with the chocolate chips and cottage cheese. That's what it was, right, Sean?
It is, and I will also say, the one time I've liked cottage cheese was when I had pineapple and cottage cheese, which I feel like is pretty standard. So, anyways, I like pineapple.
Two things. I think I don't like the word cheese in it, as dumb as that sounds, because it just like makes me think of cheese, and I'm like, no, I don't know. But my mom would dip chocolate chip cookies in her orange juice instead of in milk, which I've seen some people think is disgusting.
That is weird to me.
Yeah, I think most people. I've never met anybody else that does that. I think that's a Mary exclusive. I
I don't
never
know
would.
what pink pineapple is, but I want to try it now. What's pink pineapple?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
You work at a grocery store, Sean. You should know.
I don't think we have pink pineapple.
Is it a different kind of pineapple, or is it just like they genetically modify it to just look pink?
It's sweeter, less acidic, and has a more floral candy-like flavor with notes of cotton candy.
Wow. Sweeter than
So it's
gold.
like cotton candy grapes, but pineapple.
It's psychopath. Yeah, so I like well, I should find this really quick. The stream is now just me watching Sarah's reaction to every food.
Everyone just shout out random foods and see how Sarah reacts.
Broccoli.
It's indeed disgusting.
I'm
Okay.
like,
Hey, all right.
In my mom's defense, okay, I get the fruit and sweet combo, right? Like people have chocolate covered strawberries or things like that. So or there are lots of like various candies that are orange and chocolate or things like that. Isn't
This
there a
is
whole
true.
British treat that's orange and chocolate,
Oh,
right?
the Terry's chocolate orange.
I think that's what they are. So I don't think that the concept is too crazy. I think it's that just nobody dunks their cookies in orange juice, but I do like having sweet and then citrus flavors. I think the contrast is delicious. Who liked bread and Coke? Wait, as
Cocaine?
in
Dunked?
yeah, as in dunking, or just like they would eat
What
bread
kind of
and
Coke are we talking about here?
Yeah, the all the other stuff that happened growing up was nothing next to this. I wish I liked more things. I feel perpetually childish. I think I've mentioned this before, but whenever I'm trying to look up healthy recipes, I'll be like healthy recipes for picky eaters, and it's like how to get your toddler to eat healthy. Comes up, and I'm like, no, I'm an adult. Please.
Well, have you tried like roasting a bunch of vegetables and just blending it all together in a pasta sauce? That's like hidden veggies.
I know I know we've discussed this before because that is good advice, and I should try that. I should try it more. I want to try more soups and things too because I feel like
That's a good one too.
that helps. That soup I made a while ago that I mentioned on the sprint, I want to make that soup again because it was delicious.
Butterbean soup.
Yes, it was so good. I might need a midnight snack. Sorry, everyone. My dad used to put peanuts in his cola. That doesn't, for some reason, that sounds familiar to me. I don't think my dad ever did anything like that, but that concept doesn't sound that strange, even though it should. But that is kind of interesting. Peanuts and cola. How did that happen? Christy left.
She was so offended.
Oh, here we go. You're back.
Sorry, I froze and I don't know what happened.
Oh, that's okay. It's a little stormy looking outside today, so if at some point I disappear or Sean disappears, that is why. Or at least I'm assuming that would be what happens. Anybody else have any other weird food things before we jump into reading and being productive this evening / morning for the Australia?
I will say I used to be really picky. Like I hated peppers. I didn't like broccoli or cauliflower, most vegetables. But now, and like even it wasn't even like a long time ago. It's like, oh, when I became an adult, I started liking them. But it's just in the last 1 to 2 years since I started cooking for myself, I'm like, oh, like I actually really like these foods. It was just my mom's cooking that was really bad.
That's kind of sad.
Dude, some of these dishes on the right here are, I don't know about any of these.
Yeah, this one's very weird. Also, the doggy in that picture is so cute. Or is it in a little...
Is it in a Scooby
hoodie?
costume?
Yeah,
It's
Scooby-Doo costume.
That's cute. I was walking at the park this morning and some lady had her dogs off their leashes and one of them was running after a bunch of birds and the other one was rubbing its back on the ground. And I was just like, oh, they're so cute. Now I picture the storm sweeping you away from your seats. we just disappear like in a tornado. Dip your mashed potatoes in ketchup, and I'm sorry, but like French fries, so it's not too weird. I don't think that's that weird. When I was a kid, I would have ketchup with mashed potatoes.
I mean, I don't like it, but we're not dwelling enough on the sweet mango and fish sauce. That will haunt me for the rest of my days.
Make sure to bring up the quality of your mom's cooking in the next family gathering.
Oh, she knows.
My parents made good. Everybody in my family made good food. My grandma made really good food. My mom makes good food. My dad would make really good food. And they would all make different food because my grandma would make, I say Cuban food, but I don't remember specifics. I just know her food was good. And then my mom actually bakes really well. And my dad would make kind of like, Southern meat and potato type dishes that were always delicious. And now I don't eat meat. And I'm just like, it was so yummy. But they were all good at cooking. I don't know why I'm such a picky eater. My mom blames my sister because my mom would always say when I was a toddler, I would just eat whatever. And then my sister would go, ugh, at whatever I was eating. And then as a toddler, I kind of was like, I guess I'm not supposed to eat this. And my mom would get mad at her. She's like, honey, stop. The baby's going to not like it. But I don't know. I don't think that's what it is.
I'd say blame your sister,
Okay. By the way, hold on, I have to read this. I forced myself to eat things I don't like because my mom made them. Her cooking isn't the problem. I just hate mushrooms.
Mushrooms are fair. People have like a weird thing with mushrooms because it's a fungus, right? Just knowing that, it's hard to get over for some people. I love mushrooms though.
I think Luna is currently probably laying on the couch. To be honest. Mushrooms go from spongy to slimy. They're tough to trust.
That's true. I don't like how slimy they are.
Another thing Sarah doesn't like. Surprise.
I'm sad I didn't look. Okay, the thing that Sean did so you're saying I can blame my sister now, but over the holidays, so my mom and her fiance wanted us to all hang out, and her fiance has his own kids who are also adults. And we were talking about childhood, and the two of them, the siblings, were both present. So they were talking about being siblings, and my sister wasn't there because she lives in Texas. So I was talking about how my sister was when I was a kid. And my mom's like, though. And then Sean was like, oh, I'm ready to hear about the other side of things because Elle is, he's like, I've only heard Elle propaganda about her and her sister. I want to hear
like 10 years. More.
And my mom just tells a story that makes my sister look bad. And I was like,
yeah, I was like, what gives?
Yeah,
that was not really the story I wanted to hear.
What did my mom? Oh, the story. And my sister, she was only 5 in this story, but my mom made my sister look so mean because we're about 5 years apart, a little over. And the story was that when I was first born, my sister had her little friend over, and my mom overheard them in the backyard. And her friend was like, I wish I had a baby sister. And my sister apparently went, ugh, no, because everything's all about the baby. The baby's hungry. The baby's crying. The baby, look at the baby. It's so annoying. So I was like, okay, mom, that's not a good, you're supposed to back Brittany up. But she did not. She just kind of, she increased the level of Elle propaganda.
It's true.
Let's see. People fool themselves with liking mushrooms even though they taste nothing.
I kind of agree with that. I don't mind mushrooms, but they really don't taste like much. Unless apparently I'm eating the wrong mushrooms.
They have a taste.
Do they? I don't know.
I gotta say, there are a number of foods that have come up, Christy, that is your argument. You're like, they don't have, or they, in this case, you're saying they do have a taste. But I feel like there are a lot of foods that you're like, but they don't even have a taste. And I'm like, that's why I don't like them. I don't like food that has no taste. I'm with Elle's sister on this one. Yes, I'm sorry, Brittany, that I came into existence 33 years ago. Almost 33 years ago. Mushrooms are awesome. Every mushroom I've had has been slimy and gummy and tastes like soil. Christy, defend mushrooms.
Hard disagree, but I like it.
We're an Apothecary Diaries chat. How can we dislike mushrooms? You are going against everything Mama stands for.
Well, does she want to have them because they're yummy or because she likes the poison quality to them?
She enjoyed eating them too when she went foraging. And remember, she made like she roasted it with added a bit of salt and shared it with the quack doctor.
That's true.
That's true. She really likes the mushrooms.
I just am thinking of her little silly like, when Gaoshin takes her away and she's in her little chibi form. Okay, it's officially basically 20 minutes in, so we should probably get started with our first sprint. Our first sprint is going to be 50 minutes, and then we'll have our 10-minute break, and then we'll jump back in for 50 minutes if everybody's still feeling up to it. What's everybody reading or doing for their sprint before we officially get in? So Sarah, what are you going to be picking up?
I'm reading Apothecary Diaries Volume 10.
Yay. How far in are you?
I think not that far.
Okay. I'm excited for you. I like Volume 10.
44 out of 351 pages.
That's pretty decent.
Yeah.
Sean?
I will be reading Apothecary Diaries Volume 11.
Well, I'll be reading Apothecary Diaries Volume 12. No, I'm kidding.
If you were, I would be very proud of you, but I know that you're still on 9. Unless
I finished 9. I finished 9.
Okay, so you know the scene now that Sarah and I... Yeah. Yes, I know exactly what that means.
And I might read Frankenstein too, maybe, possibly.
Yay. Yes, if everybody, I don't think a lot of you know, but Sean and I are buddy reading Frankenstein, and then we'll be doing a discussion for it over on my Patreon, and then we'll also probably do a movie night where we watch the new movie for it and chat about it on Discord also on Patreon. I need more Christy reaction, by the way. So
remind me when that's happening again.
The live show, or
both.
Sean is my planner over there. It's the end of the month, like the very last Saturday, if I'm not mistaken, or Saturday or Sunday. I think it's Saturday.
Okay. After Apothecary Diaries, I'll see if I can fit that
in. Yay. Also, that is one of the things I got Sean for Christmas. On one of our sprints, I mentioned I got it for you, and then I said, "Don't tell Sean because you weren't here. You were at the movie."
And nobody told me.
Yeah. Okay, wait.
She was like, "Sean's not going to go back and watch this."
Yeah.
So you didn't, did you?
I did not. No.
You know how you always are saying when it comes to when we as a joke, but kind of also, I feel like you're being slightly serious when you say about waifus and husbandos that you love the more pathetic characters.
So I don't like where this is going.
No, that scene I feel like was like made for you. Oh no, did we lose your audio?
Oh no, I thought I was hearing an echo and I wasn't sure if my mic was like on too loud.
Oh, okay. Well, I want to know your non-spoiler reactions to that scene.
I'm processing.
Okay.
It was like when I read it, I was just like, what? And then the other half, the other part, I was just like, oh my god, typical.
I liked the part that's nice though. Within that, the one person reminding them of another person.
Yeah, I didn't pay attention to that.
Wait, that's the most meaningful part of that whole interaction. Go back and read it again.
No, I'm like, that part's okay.
You didn't read it right, Christy.
But the important part was the impact.
The impact.
It's so hard to talk about it without saying what happened.
I know, but the other part is so sweet. That's what's so funny about that scene. It's like stupid and typical mixed with like actually really nice.
One thing that I feel kind of weird about their dynamic though is that I feel like so many things have happened out of order. Like, it would be like this really big thing and then they're back to like, they're, I can't say anything.
I'm just here for Lahan's brother. I think the series should be called Lahan's brother now.
I love Lahan's brother.
He's the best character in the whole series.
I don't know if you've gotten a whole lot of him yet.
He's so good.
He just popped up again for me, and I'm very glad he's back.
He's the best.
Yeah, I really like him. And also I was nervous that I don't know how to say the character's name, but Chu. I was nervous that Sean would not like that character. Yeah, he likes that character. So I was like,
I love her.
She gets her.
I wish I could just pull flags out of nowhere.
So her name is Chue. Is like how I think they're writing it in Japanese, but it is a Chinese word, which means sparrow. And in Chinese, if you really want to say it right, but obviously, like, I'm not going to hold you guys to that. It's chue, but you really have to like say it exactly like that, like chue.
If you don't say it exactly right, does it end up being a different word?
Probably, but I don't know what the other word mean.
I saw not Chinese, but Korean. I saw this girl who her husband had taught her how to say "I'm pregnant." And she was trying to tell his grandma that she was pregnant, and she was saying it, and then the grandma's like kind of confused, and she's like, "You bought lunch?" Like, but she's saying it in Korean, and the girl doesn't know. But the grandma's so excited that the girl thinks that she understood her because the grandma's like, "You bought lunch?" But again, not in English. And then the husband and like some other family member is like, no. And then she's like, what does she think I'm saying? And he's like, here. And he tries to walk her through how to say it again. The grandma again thinks she's saying, I bought lunch. And then finally she realizes it's I'm pregnant, but she gets so excited about the girl buying lunch. That's really quite cute and wholesome.
Yeah, tone is very, very important and specific.
So can you say it one more time?
Chue.
Chue? Is that right?
Chue.
Did I put too much of an A sound?
It's not so much the pronunciation of the letters, but the tone. So you know how you're supposed to, so it's like, okay, so in Mandarin, there's 4 tones. So let's use the word for example, just So you can go ah. So it's like that kind of tone. So che is the last one. It's che. It's not che. It's not che. It's not che. It's che.
It almost sounds like chair, but without as much of an R at the end.
It's so hard for me to like.
It's not you. It's definitely the rest of us.
It's probably you. we would get it otherwise.
No, I'm not good at
blaming other people.
Yeah.
What?
You can just call chue.
You said chue would be okay as far as like, because you said that's how the Japanese is.
Yeah, just say chue.
Chue. Okay. Well, thank you. It's like that video I sent where that woman is talking about Chinese and then what was the other language?
Arabic.
Yeah, that was fascinating. I saw a lot of responses saying that even people who are like, that's my native language, and even I don't have all the grammar for Arabic. So that's kind of interesting. Tonal languages are hard to get for non-speakers.
Even I get the tones wrong sometimes, and it's really embarrassing.
Is it because it's so easy to say something else just by having them?
Because if it's like words that I don't know, then I get them wrong, or I forget what the exact tone is. Because I stopped speaking it like a long time ago.
Can you still understand it?
Yes, like 50%. 50% of conversations.
Yeah.
So my friend and I were watching The 3 Body Problem together in the Chinese adaptation. And it's like all these scientific terms, right? And we're like, she's more fluent than I am. And we're both like, yeah, we cannot understand any of this without subtitles.
I think you mentioned that before, and that's so interesting. I mean, I've said before that obviously I know it's kind of like a typical American thing to only speak one language, but I genuinely feel like that speaking other languages is amazing. I always think it's awesome. And I always feel so bad if like I get a comment and someone's like, oh, English isn't my first language. Sorry if I had any like grammar issues or whatever. And I'm always like, I don't speak any other languages. You're already in this department, you don't need to apologize at all.
And they're always so good.
I know.
Perfect.
I know. I think it's very admirable and awesome when people speak multiple languages. Anyway, now we are half an hour in, so we'll go ahead and get started with our sprinting. There will be a 10-minute break, like I said. You are welcome to mute this if you don't want the music in the background, but there is going to be music to this without any words if you're new and haven't joined us before. But we'll reconvene in 50 minutes. So see you all there soon. Hello.
Hello.
How was everyone's reading?
Mine was very good.
Oh, yeah?
Hello?
You should say in the private chat why.
I can say it.
Okay.
Boston.
Oh. Oh, I can probably guess. Is there also an animal involved?
Yes.
Does the meme make sense now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sean, how was your reading?
I'm in kind of a big chapter here.
Is it the well, there's a lot of big chapters in that volume.
I don't know if it's the thing that you reference when you're like, it's the best one.
Okay.
But it's pretty serious. Pretty serious.
Text me. Since these two aren't caught up.
Yeah.
Also, I don't wanna
Read
spoil
faster.
How is your reading, Christy?
I'm not reading Apothecary Diaries right now because I have to read a book for my IRL book club that's meeting this Saturday. So in typical fashion, I'm only reading it now, and I don't know if I'll finish, but I don't think I'll be too broken up if I don't finish it. So we're reading Strong Female Character by Fern Brady, which is a memoir. I don't know if any of you guys have heard of it.
I think I recognize that title, but I don't know if I know much about it.
Yeah, it's a memoir about this. I think she's a comedian, and she was diagnosed with autism like pretty late in her life, and is just talking about her struggles with that growing up, and also now dealing with the fact that she actually has a diagnosis. So I think it's pretty interesting.
Nice. I don't think I mentioned what I was reading before we started the sprint. I'm reading The Everlasting.
Ooh, I heard really good things about that one.
I quite like the writing. I'm in a part right now where it's kind of hard to explain. I almost feel like I can't say anything because I feel like if I say what I want to say, it gives away kind of a plot aspect to the story. But I like the writing quite a bit. Plot wise, I'm kind of like, oh, okay, this is interesting, but also I have thoughts. I don't know. It's a hard book to talk about. But I am curious to see how what's currently transpiring will tie back into what I think the themes are that we're going for. Have you read any books by this author before?
I have not. I have like every single one of their books on my TBR, but I haven't ever picked one up.
I'm looking at all the other books. I picked up Starling House. I wasn't the biggest fan of Starling House though. I thought it was
is this one of the authors like Adrian Young where you're like you want to like their stories but they're always just like bland?
Yeah. Okay. So I don't think that anything I've read by this author is bland. I don't think any of them are bland either. This author or Adrian Young. I just come away from it like more so Adrian Young's works. I come away from them not really feeling a whole lot, but I feel like I just have to find my Adrian Young book. But this one I've read Starling House, like I said, and I read a Spindle Splintered. But that was a really, really short novella. And that one I didn't necessarily care for because I felt like the themes were you were kind of being beaten over the head. And I don't mind sometimes the occasional really obvious theme. But because it was so short and I don't know, it just didn't quite pack the punch that I was wanting it to in that one. But this one so far, I'm like, okay. I'm quite like I said, the writing is very good. And it's kind of amusing and funny at times, but also speaks to important things as well. So I like that aspect. But plot wise, we'll see. Anyway, So Sean, did you tell me? Did you text me what's so serious about this part? Okay, you did. Okay.
I was gonna say, I hope I did. If I just texted my dad that, he'd be like,
you'd just be like, what? Yeah, that is a big part. You're correct that is not the thing, but that part is pretty intense. Also, I just feel like it gets so you're kind of sitting there thinking, how are they going to navigate this whole situation? That's kind of the question I kept asking in that volume.
It's very serious.
Yeah. Have you seen the
Gone
illustration?
are the giggles of Chue and Lil Han's brother.
I know.
Now I'm like, huh?
Yeah, it really does get very. It is probably. I don't want to say it's the most serious it gets because there's actually some very, very heavy things that the story covers. But that one, I mean, you just really don't know how they're gonna navigate it. So I would.
You're stressing Sarah out.
When I was here, you are Sean. I genuinely was like, is this gonna be the main plot for so many more light novels? Because how I'm really excited. Are you gonna be reading it on the next sprint?
I am, but the way you said that, now I think it's not going to be the plot for the next few light novels. So why would you do that? Are you spoiling things for
All
me?
I said was that at that point, that was my thought. I didn't say either way if it does or does not.
Okay.
But it's one because so much of it you get most of the arcs over a shorter period of time, and that one I was like, this feels like it's so.
It feels momentous.
Yes. Sarah, sorry.
I need to read faster.
Is this one of those? Okay, so you know how in the physical books they kind of have a summary in the front. I like how in the ebooks
it's in the back.
I don't know if they have it in the back because the one that I just saw they had it in the front. But I tend to like not read that because I learned my lesson in volume 8. They basically tell you the entire plot of volume 8 in that little summary.
Oh.
Is this like one of those things where it's like definitely shouldn't read the summary?
If there's a summary, I would not read the summary.
Okay.
I never read the summaries.
I haven't either. I don't think.
I just like to read everything, and then I read it and I'm like, oh.
Sarah, I want to know why you're stressing so much.
I don't know because it's just stressing me out.
You're pretty close.
I guess.
I think like volume 11, like the writing has been on the wall. Like you're like, oh, this is probably not going to be good. But I feel like it's potentially worse than I thought. So we'll see. We'll see. But maybe it gets wrapped up in the next 100 pages, since apparently it doesn't go on for the next few volumes.
I didn't say either way. Gosh.
I don't know. I can read you like a book.
You think everything's gonna get resolved now immediately?
That's now what I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. They're all gonna shake hands.
Okay, well, we have about a minute before we start our second sprint. So are you both on this side going to be continuing with Apothecary Diaries in the second half of the sprint? Yeah. Sarah's like, well, I have to now.
Yeah.
That half.
I think you're reversed.
Yeah.
Oh, on my screen, it's correct.
Oh, that's so weird.
Yeah, and did I ask at the beginning or before the sprint? Did I say I reversed?
But it's how I would normally see it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so weird. I don't know why I'm doing that.
The door is over there, right?
Okay, I'm gonna point. The door's over here.
Yeah. That's
but
where
you
it
guys
always
are
is.
also over here.
Oh, we're over here.
Side.
Wait, over here.
I know you believe me, but I'm gonna take a picture of the direction I'm pointing. Both of you.
I don't believe you.
See. Oh gosh. Okay, look, I'll send it to Sean, and then I'll send it to you both. This isn't that interesting. I just want to prove that I know directions.
I wonder You'll see it when you like watch it back.
Wow. I've seen evidence.
I like how you can see I have a tab of Free Cell up on my computer.
That's what you were doing instead.
I was walking during the sprint, I promise. Walking and listening to the audiobook for this. By the way, I have a question before we start, which we should be starting now. I'm going to pause it. But for anybody that uses the audiobooks on Book of the Month, I feel really stupid, but how do you bookmark where you are? Does anybody else use the audiobook portion of the Book of the Month app? I feel dumb, but I'm like, where is the bookmark button? Because sometimes if I get disconnected from Wi-Fi or something and then I go back to it, it doesn't have me in the right spot anymore, and there's no way of going to the bookmarks that I can see. I feel stupid though, because I feel like they have to. Anyway.
Can I say two things related to that?
Yes, and then we'll start.
So I just got my first Book of the Month subscription for my brother for Christmas, so that was very excited. I've never had Book of the Month before, so I've never used their audiobooks. And then also related to audiobooks, I've been noticing with the Everand app, when I like stop listening to a book and then I like go back to it like a day later or something, it like boots me back like 5 minutes. And it's like, it's driving me nuts because I'm like, why does this sound so familiar? And it's like, oh, because I just listened to this part yesterday and it doesn't tell me that it's doing that. And there's no settings for that. And it's really irking me.
There is, I think, at least a bookmark feature, right?
Yeah, but I've never used it because it's like, it should know.
Yeah.
Should know where I am, but.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I've had that problem. I've had it where it'll start like a few seconds before, which I don't mind because then that's the time of like putting your headphones in or whatever. But I don't think I've had that happen where it feels a whole five minutes off. Oh, we will give Luna smooches. Okay. Hopefully it doesn't keep doing that to you, Sarah, because that is very annoying. But going to start our second sprint of the evening, and then we will reconvene. And Sean, you can let me know if you think you've gotten to the part that is surprising. Oh, you're muted.
You think I will? I mean, there's still a lot of book left.
Well, we'll see how fast you read.
Oh.
It's a challenge.
Okay. Pulling up the sprint. Here we go. All right. See everybody in 50 minutes. Hello.
Hello.
When I went to exit out of the actual timer, I almost just exited out of this. Which would have been really stupid right as we're about to come back. How is everyone's reading?
I'm halfway through my book now, so I think I can finish before Saturday.
How long is it?
Like less than 300 pages.
What did you already say what page you were on? I mean, I know you said you're at the halfway point now, but I mean when the sprint started.
I was on around 100 when we started. Now I'm around 150. Oh,
Sorry, it got quiet for a second when you were saying the numbers. What were
oh,
they?
sorry. I started around 100. Now I'm around 150.
Hey, that's pretty good. So is it a fairly easy one to get through as
Oh,
far as
well, I mean, not this sprint, like the previous sprint.
Gotcha. But still, same question though. Is it one of those that reads pretty straightforward?
There's like it's a bit of a difficult read, like subject matter wise, because she goes into a lot of detail about some like really traumatic things that she experienced in her youth. But yeah, the writing flows. The writing flows pretty well.
How was your reading, Sean and Sarah?
It was good.
I'm
Yeah.
secretly trying to finish a chapter.
Oh, okay. Ignore us then. I am so eager for you to be where you are, Sean. Sarah, how are the events currently that are transpiring? What are your feelings about them?
I'm curious to see what's kind of like going on because I feel like there's mysteries afoot and I'm curious to see what they are.
Yeah, there's a lot of mysteries. I mean, that's kind of obvious with Apothecary Diaries, but
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's like something bigger happening than we've seen in a while, at least in Apothecary Diaries.
in a while is a good way to put it because obviously the end of light novel 4.
Yeah. That was like I was gonna say that we've ever seen, and then I thought that and I was like, okay, that was kind of a big thing. But yeah, I don't know. And I am finding I feel like I haven't read this in a while, so I'm like it's just so funny to me. Like it's so stupid and I love it.
Is there a non-spoiler thing that you can mention that you found funny?
Well, just everything with Lahan's brother.
Yeah.
It's just
He's the best.
it's hilarious. The fact that like Mau Mau is like going crazy because she hasn't seen drugs.
Yeah.
A trance because she hasn't seen drugs in a while. It's just so funny.
I mean, I guess we'll revisit this when we do our discussion because obviously you haven't read the full amount for our discussion yet, but currently with where you are, who would you say is your new favorite prominent character or like a character that gets more screen time now? Who would you say is your favorite? Because you have Han's brother is pretty great. Chue is super funny and I love the amount of times that Mau Mau thinks like, I guess I'm gonna have to step up how much of a character I am.
Yes. When she used the word characterful a lot in volume 9, and I was like, that's the perfect word for like most of the characters in this series is characterful. Like
what about Jofa?
Yeah, I love Jofa. But yeah, I think Chue is my favorite so far. Because she's just ridiculous.
Sean, did you finish the chapter that you were on?
I did.
How are you feeling?
Worried.
Worried?
Very worried.
Can you try to elaborate as to why?
No.
Okay, well,
big spoilers.
As mean as this sounds, I'm kind of excited for when the sprint ends so that I can talk to you.
I can send you another text. I still don't think I've gone to the thing that you want me to get to.
You'll know when you do. It's like it's not even a little bit gonna be a mystery. I'm very excited. Anyway, Christy, do you have FOMO yet?
I'll get there. I know I'll get there. A lot of times I'm like, ooh, I get so excited. I'm like anticipating. But then it's like, oh, I read it. I'm like, oh, it's not quite as big as I was imagining. So I'm like, I'm trying to temper my expectations.
I feel like there are things that are going to happen that that are much bigger than the things that you've read so far. That's what I'll say. But no, I don't think in the ways that you expect.
I want to be surprised.
Let's see.
The thing that made me, oh my god, okay, since I can only talk about volume 9, I love just how random Lakan is. He's so freaking weird. He's so weird.
I think volume 9 might be one of his weirdest moments.
I'm like, why is he just like jumping on everything? But I love how Chue just like takes advantage of the situation and uses it to get whatever she wants.
Yeah, doesn't she use it to get like food and stuff?
Yeah. She's so good at asking for things. I'm like, damn, I guess, like you never know what people might say unless you ask. And I love when they literally describe Claudio.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What was that?
Go ahead. I was gonna say something, but you're still talking.
Oh, just that when they literally describe Barrio as the man behind, like literally the man behind the curtain. Like, that was great.
Sean, what were you gonna say?
Oh, just Lacan in volume 11. Chue says, Miss Mao Mao, a word from you would be helpful here. Tell him have fun or something. And then Mao Mao says, I don't want to, Miss Chue. And then she says, have fun. And then he says, I will have fun.
I feel like that when you don't know anything about the story or the characters just seems like so uneventful.
He's so happy.
I know. It's the thing that makes me the saddest when it comes to okay, that's a huge exaggeration, but I mean as far as the way Mao Mao is, I'm always like, no, but like maybe be a little nicer.
Did someone also said that? Like, don't you think you should be at least a little nicer to him? And she's like, no. Yeah.
I had looked at it before, but I haven't looked at it in a while. But I also read through everything that's out a while ago, so it doesn't. I haven't looked at it since, but it's in the Discord for our Apothecary Diaries read along, so it's always there as a reference point. But anyway, this was a lot of fun, and I'm very excited for us to be jumping back into Apothecary Diaries. And I can't wait to actually finally talk about it, since I've been shouting at the three of you for so long to please get caught up. Christy, why are you covering your mouth?
It's been so long. Because like, didn't you read these books, these volumes before we even had the last discussion?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was months ago.
This is why you shouldn't read ahead.
It's my read along. I can read ahead if I want to.
But then you have this feeling.
But I knew we were going to be talking about it at some point in the near future.
Mm.
It's just like holidays and stuff make everything feel like it's so long ago. It wasn't actually that long ago. It was a few months ago. I want to defend myself by saying that when I was reading volume 10, the one that you're on, Sarah, I was like enjoying the reading, but then it gets like pretty exciting. And then when I picked up volume 11, I was like, okay, I'll like take my time with this. And then once I got to a certain point, I absolutely had to keep going. That's all I can say. So, and then after that, with volume 12, I was like, well, I gotta see what happens next. Basically, I'm trying to not say too much.
Are you still reading ahead, or are you like, or are they not out yet?
No, our library maybe has another one in, but the last time I checked, it wasn't in yet. So not yet. But I also am trying to slow it down, because now that I've flown through them, the Sean, the ones that are gonna be coming out are gonna be translated, so like it's gonna take so long for the translations to come out. So I'm like, I have to slow down now. Otherwise, I'm always gonna be waiting months and months between single light novels as opposed to spacing out several.
Yeah.
And I don't want to have to do that. I want to be able to have multiple to read through. It's kind of like how sometimes you don't want to have to get caught up with a manga series, because then reading one volume at a time is kind of brutal. It's almost like that. Obviously, there's a little bit more than a manga volume's worth. I will say though, I did before I had gotten caught up on Spy Family because I was reading it on the Shonen Jump app, and that is chapters. And then when I read through all the chapters, I'm like, I can't, there's no way I can be reading a chapter each release. That's brutal. I think that's so difficult.
I used to do like I would marathon a manga for like hundreds of chapters, and as soon as I catch up, I'm like, I have to wait for the next chapter. But then sometimes, okay, even a week between releases when the next chapter comes out, I'm like, I already forgot what happened in the previous chapter. And okay, so I did this with Naruto. I don't remember how many chapters I read. It was a lot. And then when I had to wait for each chapter, like after every week, but you know the way that these shonen manga are, it's like multiple chapters of one single battle, and then so you wait a whole week for a new chapter, and it's just there's not even any dialogue. It's just like explosions everywhere, and I'm like, that's it. So then that's how I end up dropping things.
Yeah, that would be really brutal to try and read something of that nature in that fashion, because you don't want to, and I get why you would drop it, but also at the same time, if it is a big battle, you don't want to try to condense it, because then it kind of takes some of the weight out of it at the same time.
Yeah, like if for someone who's reading it continuously, like I can see how the pacing of that would be really exciting. But I'm like, yo, like having to wait a whole week.
Sean's habit is that he'll start a series, a comic book series, we'll say, and really like it, and then at some point there won't be new volumes, but he'll recommend it to Enrique, and then Enrique will pick it up, and then Sean will just kind of continuously not pick it back up because he kept waiting for the new releases, and then he sort of just forgets about it and starts reading other stuff, and Enrique will keep going. So there have been a number of series that Sean has recommended to Enrique that Enrique has finished and Sean has not.
Still not caught up on Saga.
Mm-hmm. That's the big one. But you did that with something else too, right?
Sure, I've done it with a bunch of things.
Yeah.
It has to be finished. I think it's just it has to be done, and then I can read it.
Well, you're gonna run into that with Apothecary Diaries.
Whoops.
Apothecary Diaries, though, I feel like is easier to stop and come back to because one, there's an anime, but also with our discussions and everything, it's and there's decent stopping points also because it is somewhat more arc oriented, I would say.
I think there's also, like, if I recommended the light novels to Enrique and then more came out and he got past me, I think there's the added element of you wouldn't let me just abandon it. You'd be like, have you read the next volume? And I'd be like, no.
Excuse me. Thank you for that voice.
Yeah, is that your L impression?
Yeah.
I sound so dumb. Anyway, I do really want to talk about it though on that note. So we'll probably conclude this sprint. Also, I might finally eat something since I had a late lunch and now I'm kind of hungry since I didn't eat dinner. So I'll probably make myself some food. And this is a nice way to kind of bookend our conversation. We started talking about food.
Yes.
We're ending on a food note.
Are you
What
gonna
are you
have
gonna
mushrooms
make
with
so we
cottage
can-
cheese?
What are you gonna make so we can see how Sarah reacts to it?
I don't know what I'm gonna eat, and no, it's not gonna have cottage cheese, Sean. I don't know. I'll have to rummage through our things and see. But I don't know. We have these like vegan chicken nuggets that sound kind of good. So maybe I'll have those. Sarah would just eat regular chicken nuggets, I'm assuming.
I would eat vegan ones too.
Well, there you go. Sorry, Christy. You didn't get a good reaction out of Sarah.
Well, finally, Sarah will eat something.
Chicken nuggets.
Crazy stuff.
Alrighty. Well, we will be having our discussion not this weekend, but next weekend. Just 10 days away.
Oof, you guys got to do a lot of reading.
Yeah.
No pressure.
Yeah.
I mapped it out so I knew how many pages I need to read to reach success. Now I'm further ahead of that. So it's
yes,
good.
you're welcome for the sprint, Sean. To give
Was
you the
that?
opportunity. I said you're welcome for the sprint.
Oh,
To give you an
thanks.
opportunity. And you know what? This is better than the book you're buddy reading with your dad currently.
Ooh, what are you buddy reading now? Sorry.
I will just sit back, torture them with the.
Okay,
accounts of
so
their-
it's called Surely You Must Be Joking, Mr. Feynman. And it's about Richard Feynman, who won the Nobel Prize for physics in like the 1960s. And he worked on the Manhattan Project just out of Princeton. But it's told from like his perspective, and he didn't write it. He apparently told all of these stories to some other poor soul who wrote them down for him. And he's the most annoying person on the planet. He's dead now.
Oh,
So
no.
he's like, I don't care. I'm happy you're a smart physicist, but he's like, not only am I a smart physicist, but I'm the best at everything that's ever happened ever. Like, he is in college. He's like, I went to a biology class and I basically instantly knew more than all the biologists. I went to a philosophy class and I knew more than all the philosophers.
He also, though, just to really hone in on what a BSer he is too, he talks about how he was able to study himself sleeping by like exiting his body and watching himself sleep. And then also out of nowhere, when he's on the Manhattan Project, he just casually mentions he has a wife who has tuberculosis.
Yeah, has not mentioned her once. And then he's like, by the way, Oppenheimer would ask after my wife, which is cool. And you're like,
and he talked about how I'll have to find a room that overlooks the women's quarters because he wanted to like look out the window and spy on the women that are also there. But then he was bummed because there's a tree blocking his view. And you're like, ew. And
while
you're married,
his wife is dying. So, you know.
Yeah, and his wife just dies. So you're like, ugh, he's disgusting.
So that's probably the worst part of him. But there's also just like, I've been listening to the audiobook in the morning because it's all I can stand. And this most recent chapter was like, while I was at Los Alamos, I got really good at picking locks because I liked to show that we had all this super secret data about the atom bomb, but it wasn't safe. So he just goes into people's like offices and like picks their locks and leaves notes in them. And he freaks them all out. And then he's like, I guess we need to get better locks. And it's just he's the worst, man. Like he's so annoying. And he like accidentally cracks a safe. You know, he just like and again, this is from his telling. So there's a lot of things that I question whether they actually happened. But he like accidentally cracked this safe. And then all of his like physicist buddies are like, what? You're like an expert safe cracker. So then like he was like, well, then I had to teach myself how to actually crack safes. And he's like, he's so annoying. And like, there's no subject he meets that he's like, I might not be good at this. It's like everything he does. I'm amazing.
And most of his stories either end with, and everybody was amazed, or and
everyone
laughed.
clapped.
Yeah, exactly. Also, Sean, would you like to answer what are the rules for DNFing a buddy read? Feels reasonable here.
Wait, before that, that's because every time like when I'm looking at like physics resources, I'm like, how to like where to learn physics and where to start with learning physics and stuff like that. People always recommend the Feynman lectures. So that's unfortunate to know that about him.
Yeah, so the other weird thing though is that chapter where he's like, I tried to find a room that overlooked the women's quarters, is like adapted from a speech he gave. So this is like
Ew.
something he publicly said.
And how is this relevant to physics?
It's not. It seemed like it was like a some sort of like people who were at Los Alamos who worked on the bomb were giving like what it was like to be there. Like that seemed like the gist of maybe what this conference was. And he's like, so anyways, when I was there, all the good looking girls are over there. And you're just like, what are you doing, dude? Like nobody's asking for that. It's crazy.
So Sean,
Anyways,
what are the
I
rules?
can't stand him. The rules we don't DNF. I mean, unless like it's like a. I mean, we haven't ran into anything that we.
I think if your dad picked it and he decided let's quit, I think if whoever picks it wants to quit, then maybe it'd be allowed. Because your dad almost wanted to quit his last one, also. Which I'm like, I mean, I feel kind of bad for your dad. He's picked 2 not very good books recently for you guys.
It's on a kind of a downward streak.
Yeah.
With that being said, have I picked our book of the year every time? I think I might have. That makes me feel good, warm and fuzzy. Yeah.
You guys have we've only been doing this for a few years though, so it's not like.
Hey, 3 out of 3 is pretty good.
Yeah.
Going for 4 for 4.
What were the 3?
Well, that's the thing. I can't remember. I think I picked John Adams, right? Or did my dad pick John Adams?
No, I think your dad picked that
one.
one.
Then I'm not 3 for 3. I'm 2 for 3. He picked John Adams by
Mikola?
His last name is McCullough.
David?
Yeah, I think that's right. Then I picked Reconstruction by Eric Foner. And then this past year I picked G-Man by
Rick Perlstein?
No.
Oh, you're right. It's the other one by Rick Perlstein that you liked a lot.
I'm gonna look it up. Beverly Gage. Great book.
About
Edgar Hoover.
Yeah.
All 3 of our book of the years have been massive American history tomes. So
yeah, your nonfiction
massive. If you pick a history tome, it's probably gonna be in the running.
For you both.
Yeah.
Okay. I am actually quite hungry, so I'm officially called, but I just wanted Sean to relay to all of you to get to vent to someone besides me about how annoying this book is for him. So thanks to your dad for providing all of us with the entertainment of torturing you. And thanks to
and soon.
There's an HBO series on John Adams? I didn't know
there is.
that.
It's based off the book.
There you go.
Yeah.
Anyway, though, thanks to Sean and Christy and Sarah for joining for this sprint. For everybody that joined us live, thanks so much. If you watch this later, have fun reading or being productive in whatever you choose to do. But thanks, everybody, and we'll see you later. Bye.